Hello everyone and welcome to IAYTD. This past weekend I was able to play the open beta for an upcoming game called Steep. It's an extreme sports game focusing on 4 different modes of traversing this giant mountainside environment. You can change sport wherever you are, though some spots aren't really ideal for some sports. This game features various challenges like races and stunt sections, as well as just open areas for you to have fun. It's multiplayer in the aspect that you see other players in your area with you, and you can even create challenges for them to do or participate in ones that they've created. Let me start with this. Steep was really fun, but you need to know that it's not all about the tricks. This isn't an extreme snowboarding game or a Tony Hawk game where it's all about chaining combos. The amount of tricks you can do is minimal. So if you want something high octane, this may not do it for you. The upside of this is that the game is simple. You don't need to learn combinations, it's all fairly intuitive, all based on what direction you lean the joystick, and occasionally another button or two. This means that it's very accessible to people that aren't traditionally gamers. I spent the weekend playing this game with my girlfriend, as this is the first PS4 game I've found that was fairly easy to jump into. And she nailed it within minutes, pulling off tricks and stunts and getting gold medals on challenges. So if you have someone that you want to share your love of gaming with, Steep might just be a good choice. Now, all of what I just said really applies to the skiing and snowboarding sections, which were the highlight of the game. The wingsuit and paragliding sections were a little more rough. Now, I was excited for these sections after playing through Just Cause 3 earlier this year. However, these controls aren't as easy to grip, and I found myself dive bombing the nearest rocks just for fun. This really means that only 2 of the 4 sports available were really fun to play. And even then, I had the most fun on stunt tracks, while the races weren't as fun to play either. So I question how much time you'll actually play this for. There are little things you can dive into, such as unlocking and changing apparel and gear, as well as gaining prestige in certain areas, forcing you to adapt your playstyle. For example, I was crashing so many times that I was earning points in the stunt and showman area, but I wasn't gaining much in the other areas. If you really get into every type of challenge and you really love getting gold medals, maybe you'll get a substantial chunk of time here. But I imagine most folks will enjoy this for a solid weekend and then move on. There is a lot to do if you find the core gameplay of skiing and snowboarding fun and you don't mind that sort of repetition. So I had fun, but again, I'd rent this first so that you can try it out. I don't know if I suggest a full retail price tag, but if you want a gorgeous game with some very basic controls that you can play with friends, Steep might be right up your alley. Steep is set for a December 2nd release, at least in the United States, and thanks for watching.